It is 2025, you guys. And if you're still down on yourself, have a low confidence, low self-esteem, we need to change that. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 insights to help you overcome the self-doubting and start trusting yourself again. Because that's basically it. Your confidence and people having confidence is because they trust themselves. It is as simple as that. So we're going to change that. So number 1 is stop keeping the promises to yourself. If you make a promise to yourself, and it can be as simple as I'm gonna work out more, stop keeping those. Because every time you say something to yourself, okay, I'm gonna start, the New Year's resolutions. Okay, this year I'm gonna stop smoking, and you say that to yourself, and you're doing that for 2 weeks, and then you start doing it again. Every time you fail. So you give a sign to your mindset, to your brain, that you're not capable of doing that. So start making smaller resolutions or smaller promises to yourself. If you want to be healthier and you want to work out more, don't worry if the bar's too high. So you can't say to yourself, I'm gonna work out every day. First of all, that is not something realistic. Because have you ever done that? Like, is your lifestyle capable of doing workouts every day for 7 days in a week? No, it's too high. So raise the bar lower. Stop making smaller promises to yourself. If you want to be healthier, start by drinking a glass of water more every day, or drinking that 2, aka 3 liters water every day. Stop making those things smaller, so smaller goals, and stick to it. Prove to yourself that what you say is the truth. Because every time you say something to yourself and you're not keeping it, that's what I'm saying, you give a sign. And everything gets saved up in here. Because your mind doesn't know the truth or the fantasy. It just believes everything what you say to yourself. And just every time you pick up something, it just saves it. So if you're having troubles with low confidence and you're doubting yourself, stop trusting yourself. So number 2 is you need to silence that inner critic. And I know a lot of people have this. I had that too. That annoying little voice in your head that keeps saying, you're gonna fail. What if this happened? What if that happened? Remember when you put your heart out and you got hurt? Let's not do that again. It's constantly, basically, if you have a negative situation, it just keeps reminding you that the feeling gets approval. So if you get out of there and you open your heart, and for example, a boy breaks your heart or is lying or is cheating, that gives you like the proof you need that you don't need to open up again. But that's not the truth, because not every guy is like that, and not every situation is going to be the same. But if you have negative situations like this, I can understand that there is going to be an inner critic in your head. For example, if you had a mother that was very tough on you, you have that inner critic. Am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? Am I worth it? So what you need to do, because it's not always true, is basically never true. Because you keep saying to yourself these things, but is it really the fear? Because it's not really fear. It's just we don't want to fail again. We don't want to get hurt again. So what you need to do is, whenever you get that inner critic in your head, that negative voice in your head that's saying that you're gonna fail or you're not good enough, you need to ask yourself, is this true? And for people who have that inner critic very hard in their head, I know you're already gonna say, but what if this and this, and the fear is very high. You need to give yourself the proof that is not truth. And sometimes that means that you need to be uncomfortable to beat that fear, to give yourself that proof. So if you're afraid to talk in public and your inner critic is like, what they're gonna think, what did this, what is that, you need to give yourself the proof that that is just fear and you can overcome fear. So you get up the stage, you hold your presentation, and maybe it sucks, and maybe you struggle over your words, and maybe you lost your words. But how many times you do that, how more you overcome that fear, and how more you silence that inner critic, because you give yourself the proof that what you do and the fear is not real. And you can even write it down. It's like a little trick you can do to get out of your head, because a lot of people keep going inside of their head and you just want to get it out. So you write down on a paper the negative belief you have over yourself, or the limitation. I'm gonna fail is a negative belief about yourself, and then you're gonna want the proof, like why I'm gonna fail. What happens if this? You want to get the proof. You want to prove that it's not true, that limitation. And then you're going to make it positive. I am going to fail is negative. So you want to have the proof. And if you can't find the proof yourself, ask a friend, do you really think I'm going to fail? Maybe the friend says no. So you have your proof. And but you want to get that proof for yourself. So you're going to make it positive. I am not going to fail. I am going to do this. And make it empowerment, make it that it feels strong for you. Number 3 is you really need to stop looking for external invalidation. And that basically means that whatever decision you want to make, you want to get over people, their opinion, instead of by yourself. It needs to come from yourself, because people are not always going to be around. And whatever opinion those people have isn't always the best opinion for you. And you know what's best for you. And you know that in your heart. And that's where the self-confidence comes from. You need to start believing in your own heart again. You need to trust yourself again, in that your decision and your opinion matters. Because it's your life. If you keep seeking the external validation, you keep the control in other men's hands, and you want to have that in your own hands. You want to have control over that. And again, to give yourself that proof that your opinion is important, and you need to have that internal validation, you need to be uncomfortable. So next time, when you're dressing yourself, and mostly you ask people opinions, you're just going to go by your own opinion. And you're just going to wear whatever you feel comfortable with, instead of people saying, you should wear this, or this looks better. Choose something that you are comfortable with and go out. And that might feel very scary, and what will other people think? But just try. Do the small or the bare minimum if you really think that is very scary. Just try to find something that you just really trust your own opinion on. And build that up from small to bigger. And once you do that constantly, it will get easier. That's basically it. Because every behavior is a habit. Almost every behavior is a habit. Along the way, we thought that certain things are like that because of our education, because how other people see the world, because the way we got raised by our parents. And you get all that information in, and you weren't taught how to deal with that, or how to create your own opinion about something. And some people have that naturally, that skill, that they have that confidence, that they really value their own opinion, which is great. But if you don't have that, it is a skill that you can learn, and it's basically just a habit that you need to switch to. Your own opinion it does matter. And you should get it from your own and not from other people. And the more you constantly doing that, so you need to stop doing negative and try to make it positive. And you need to trust yourself. And the more little proofs you give to yourself, and the more you do that, and the more conscious you do that, and continuous doing that, that's where the change is. Small things. Do it over and over and over again till it's comfortable, and then you have a new habit. So a lot of times we don't see where we got progress in, or we don't see whenever we need to celebrate something. So what helps is to really see the little things, what you're doing, and try to stand still by that. Be conscious about the things you're doing. If you had a hard day, and you said no to someone because you were tired, but that is something you find very hard to do, to keep that boundary, but you did do that boundary, be happy for yourself. It doesn't always come with a big gesture, I reached that goal. No, it's the little steps going towards that goal. And that's basically, if you only celebrate the big achievement, you're neglecting every hard work that you did before. So try to see everything that you said to yourself. If you start doing this, I'm gonna learn to trust myself again. Every time that you keep a promise to yourself, even if it's small as I drink extra water or I drink a glass of water in the morning, even if it's that small and you do that continuously, and after a week you said, I did it 5 times a week. I didn't do it 7, but I did it 5 times a week. How good is that? So try to celebrate the small wins. And the last thing that I want to give to you is you need to forgive yourself. Stop beating yourself up. We are all human. We all try this life for the first time, and sometimes we made a decision where we're not proud of, or sometimes we act a certain way we're not proud of. We're just trying to learn and to give yourself out of there and to even do things that you're scared of. Sometimes you fail, and sometimes it doesn't turn out how you want it to turn out. Sometimes the outcome is not the best outcome, but at least you tried. And when that happens, try to learn about it. Try not to beat yourself up and give up. No, it's not about that. It's not about something bad happens, so you need to give up. No, it's about learning from the situation. Next time you will be better. Next time you try better. And maybe it didn't work out again. You pick yourself up, you learn from it. What can you do different? And you try it again. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. And you need to get over it. And you need to stop letting the past control you, because we only grow as a human once we let go of the past, where we maybe made mistakes, or maybe did something we could do different. And the sooner you get to the acceptance that something bad happened or you weren't satisfied with the outcome, the sooner you can let that go and forgive yourself, the easier it gets to go to that self-confidence, because it's like a rock that you keep taken with you. You need to cut the ties to the past and just let it go, and you will get lighter and it will get easier. And self-confidence is also about self-compassion. Have compassion for yourself that you also learn this life for the first time. There is no manual, there's no guide. And because some people do something different doesn't mean that that is your way. You just need to find your way. You need to find your way in life. And you can only do that by doing the things you think you need to do, and going out there, getting yourself out there, doing uncomfortable. So you see, trusting yourself again isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself, learning, and give yourself some grace. So I hope you have something about these 5 insights. If you want to have free 20 days insights more, I have a challenge. The link is below. You can apply for free and just leave me your best email. But if you really are ready to overcome these challenges and to really work to build yourself and to have that personal development, I have also a link to my website. You can apply for a free consultation call. Just set the date, and I hope we can speak soon.